All right, what's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video with a special guest. I would say a legend, a saxophone player. I mean, the baddest saxophone player. I've listened to your music all day. Mike Phillips, how you doing?
Man, Mike Philly, the AKA the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
What's up, man?
you want to go out a dark night?
Yeah, man. You see this? We dark up in here, man.
So how you dealing with the quarantine, with the bookings and stuff like that? Because you still out here working.
Oh man. So let me just say this. This is the perfect example. So you got this Persian cat, right? It's white and it has a nice fur and it lives on the 104th floor of a dope apartment on the East River, and then you knock the crystal and then the cat comes up and it eats out of the crystal and it's been declawed and so it won't scratch the furniture. And then the next day, this cat has to get thrown into an alley and compete with me, Raheem Devine, Eric Roberson. So, the Persian cat gets declawed, so you can't even climb up a tree or catch a little rat or anything like that. So, the analogy I'm trying to make is that the cats that survive COVID are the alley cats.
Yes.
Yeah, we knock over a garbage can and we take a fish bone from here, a little piece of chicken here, and then we've shaken and moving out you look at Avery Sunshine, they're lettucey. We out here hustling. So COVID-19 has created a separation of the Persian cats and the alley cats.
Absolutely.
So how crazy would it be if I get declawed? So you get the big deal, Clyde Davis, snip your nails, or the big record deal, and all of a sudden, when the business changes,
come on,
you don't have no control over the dynamic. But then when it's time to hustle, you look down and your claws are gone. So when COVID came out, I went, you know what I'm saying? The tree.
Well, I guess I'm an alley cat too, because I've been out here hustling. It doesn't stop this. It doesn't stop this train.
Yo, it's so crazy that I might have I got bird feathers flying out right. You remember, you remember when Sylvester the cat ate Tweety and it was and then all of a sudden bird feathers was and then she hit him with the broom trying to
get it out.
Like that, man. I might have a closed mouth, but I got some bird feathers.
Because man, you working. I'm happy to see you're getting your kudos from Stevie Wonder, number one. He showed you love, and I was like, man, you out here getting it, but from the legends.
So it's when I picked up this horn, never would I thought in a million years that I would be involved in the careers of Stevie, playing and touring with him, recording, Prince, and Michael Jackson being featured on Behind the Mask. So it is an honor. It's a privilege to pick up this horn, but it's also a cultural expedition, because at the end of the day, I don't care what I do. How connected are you to the reason why I'm even here? Coltrane, Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Nancy Wilson. So, the contemporary accolades are cool, but I also know this. You can be fascinated with the leaves, but when that hurricane or that thing comes, our fascination with the leaves are the first thing to go, but the root of the tree stays. So Louis Armstrong is the root for me, the Negro spiritual. So
yes.
This is why I truly always tell kids, get into the root of the culture, understand the story, so then we're not 20 years from now trying to scratch our heads and contemplating whether Kenny G was the infrastructure of jazz music. No, he's a leaf. John Coltrane is a root.
Absolutely. Get to the root of it and being a student of the game.
Oh yeah, I'm a forever a student. Now, as soon as I get off, I'm gonna be practicing some train. So I love the contemporary culture. I love hip hop. I can spit bars right now, but it's
I
all
see, but when you was thinking about hip hop, I was watching your Verizon artist, you was at the Verizon Artist Lounge, right?
about
And
bars, right?
you was spitting bars. I'm like, wait a minute, is this real? Like, I was shocked. I'm like, is he about to play the horn? I'm like, what? And you was up there spitting bars, like doing it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay. And you put on a show. You don't just bring your horn and just da-da-da-da. You actually put on a show. You interact with the fans. So how you get into that? So have you ever thought about, making a hip hop album?
I got a verse or two, a whole album. Nah, I might need a ghostwriter for that, but a couple of bars and freestyle, you know, you know, be like, thank you kindly. I'm hanging up here with my man Marcus Wiley, 28, because he's great. I rock to the bottom because I'm from New York State.
Yes, come through.
Bars.
Yes, bars. Well, ain't no shame if you get a ghostwriter. I mean, Diddy had a ghostwriter. They allegedly said Cardi B got a ghostwriter. There ain't nothing wrong with a ghostwriter.
Yeah, but Puff was like the Donald Trump of ghostwriting. Because he was blatant. He said, "Don't worry if I write rhymes. I write checks." Remember that?
Right, I remember that. Don't worry about my chest. Right. So, I mean, I've seen like you play the sax like at the NFC Championship. They put us the HLN put a segment of that. Like you doing it. Like you're. How do you get these deals? You get that bag. You got the Nike deal. I'm like, I got to get up where you at.
Man, listen, it's all about diversification. I wanted to be in sports marketing because I knew that sports and music long time ago, long before Rock Nation did the deal with the NFL, I knew how sports and music can be cross-pollinated together and seamlessly work with one another. Yo, man, when I'm playing at a football game and you see the person with one jersey, you see the person with the other, but they're holding their hand in solidarity and unity, even though they came and they were rooting for a different team.
Right.
There's something special about seeing that narrative because I get to be in the middle of a stadium and play, and no matter what political affiliation you're from, I get to see the Hatfields and the McCoys put down their weapons and just chill with each other before they start rooting for whoever they came for. It's a beautiful, quiet time when I play before these games. Does it stop everything that's going on? Absolutely not. So, and it's so crazy, even with the NASCAR race, when I bust out and I played the Negro national anthem for NASCAR. NASCAR has historically been had one of the most racist fan bases.
Absolutely.
So as symbolism, I bust out and they had their hand to their heart and I was rocking Lift Every Voice and Sing. They didn't know until later. But the point is that why can't we stand for a song that represents the hope, the struggle of what we go through as Black men? As you know now, it's crazy in these streets right now. So I got to balance the entertainment business of making you feel good and the uncomfortable truth of the status of why I should be scared for myself and my sons.
Absolutely. And how do you have that conversation though? Because I'm a young Black man. My mom had to have a conversation about me when the police interact with the police. But how that conversation go?
The conversation and the narrative is built from the media we watch, and we have to debunk whatever it is or reinforce what it is based on the truth that we know exists.
Absolutely.
So my son saw Jacob Blake get shot, and he was trying to understand why. The most coward thing you can do is do anything when somebody's back is turned. I don't even, whether it's talking about somebody when their back is turned or hitting them when their back is turned. That means that you can't square up. You ain't got no hands and you want to hit somebody while they're not looking. So imagine shooting somebody. That's the most ultimate cowardly thing you could ever do as a human, as a man. So, so those conversations that come with my two boys, it's absolutely real. They're candid and they're absolutely honest.
Absolutely, and I feel you on that. With your music, because you said something that Prince had conversations about ownership and owning your masters. Do you feel like artists today need to have that message and need to be drilled in? They need to be educated on how important it is owning your masters. Congratulations on you owning your stuff.
I think it's extremely important, but we have to find out what's important to us. It was important for him to own his masters, but it was important for him to have a conversation with me about owning my masters. I think, if the goal is to be famous at all costs, then you have no leverage because your insecurities of where you want to be at, because you need the industry to validate you, have actually made the decision for you. So, so if you want to be that star and sign that deal where you can't generationally benefit from the existence of your artwork, then sign any deal you want to, because now you traded your temporary fame for the legacy that you won't have.
Absolutely.
It's about what's important.
Absolutely.
I want Mike Phillips Jr., Michaela and Tyson to put out the best of Mike Phillips 2080.
I feel you.
They will have all of the product they need through the art and the legacy that I'm building now to make that happen.
Facts.
And not the son of the person who owns the record label.
You better.
So you don't. Yeah. So you don't. If it's up to me, I'd rather have it that way. And then it takes also a partner to be cool enough and understand the dynamic of the business like that. So SRG is a label it's like that. And Claude is so cool because he understands the level of legacy. What he built at SRG is absolutely amazing. He got me, Brian McKnight, Avant, Raheem Devon, Vivian Green, Ralph Tresvant, Johnny Gill. So it's a roster over there, and we love to do business with people that don't want to take advantage of our legacy.
Absolutely.
And shout out to SRG. That's my fam over there, man. Word.
Absolutely. I was listening to your record, watching you featuring Brian McKnight. Tell us how did that collaboration come through? That's one of my favorite records off the album, pulling off the covers.
Oh, thank you, man. So it's so crazy. When I did Pulling Off the Covers, when I did Flavor in Your Ear, I wanted 90s hip hop to be matched with what I would feel when I listened to Take Six or Manhattan Transfer. So now that you made that line from here to here, what allows you to dive in is the separation of how far those lines are apart and the creativity that you need to make sense between 90s hip hop and Manhattan Transfer and Take Six type harmonies. Watching You was the same way. I love that Slave joint. But now here comes Jamiroquai and how Jamiroquai makes me feel, and that sort of like that European style funk. So I love that. So now here we go again, Watching You and what I would feel when I listen to Jamiroquai. And here's the mashup of Watching You 2020 because of, kind of like mixing the vibe of Jamiroquai and Slave. And when Brian McKnight comes into play, there's only certain people that can listen to certain progressions and come up with melodies because they're just not a singer, but they're a musician. There's a big difference between singing and being a musician that knows how to sing. Prince was a musician that knew how to sing.
Facts.
Marvin Gaye was a musician that knows how to sing. Kim Burrell is a musician that knows how to sing. So they hear different things and they can execute different things because of the skill set and the level that's raised from their musicianship and how it relates into how they approach things vocally. So Brian McKnight was probably the only person that can pull that off.
Facts. Because you are a musician that's doing covers. You're not a vocalist.
Yeah. So, kind of like, his perspective allows him to know what's happening musically, but also sing it based on his musicianship.
Absolutely. And my second favorite, well, this is my favorite track too. Fine China is another dope one. I listen to that every morning.
Oh man,
that one you did that one.
Man, thank you, man. Yo, it was just, I just woke up and was like, I want to hear some DC go-go on that, man.
Okay.
So every time I close my eyes and I listen to that, I see young kids just out there, everybody with a conga, people dancing and just really going in and having a good time. The world 2020 has punched us in the mouth over and over again, man. I feel like I was in the Tyson fight. But at the end of the day, I think there's some things that we can pull from musically that will just have us to stop for a second and dance and smell the roses and understanding that even though we're in the midst of two separate pandemics, a racial one and a national health crisis, we can stop for a minute and cut a step and just enjoy life. I know we got to get back to our regular thing, man, but just loving the fact that we are alive and we can listen to music, we can interpret rhythm and just maybe dance with ourselves or our significant other, man. Sometimes we have to take a break from what CNN is and MSNBC and Fox is throwing down our throats, man.
Facts. The versus battle to me, I think it was an incredible idea. So if you ever were to get into a versus battle, who would you like to go at?
Man, that's a question. Because, I'm an OG, so I'll be like, yo, come see me.
Yes.
See, my versus battle would not just be playing songs, but you have to take out your horn too.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see live and see you rap and then you talk. You know how to do jokes. You put on the show.
There's cats that have taken advantage of the culture.
Yeah.
You see it. The brothers love them, and we preemptively gave them a black card.
Right, I feel you. I know where you're going. Yeah,
I see them out in these streets.
But I would love to.
So we give you the black card, but I see you with the black band, and y'all they jamming behind you. I don't see no Black Lives Matter though.
Right.
It's
I feel you on that. But I would like because you're an amazing musician, and you out here working. You're not lazy. You putting in work. Because I've known so many musicians that are legends. They get stuck in their ways. They don't want to take advantage of social media. They don't want to post. So you still out here working, and you're taking advantage of social media as well.
Yeah, because I'm not too big to understand that I don't know everything.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not that big.
So I have him on the show. We talk about his album. Says about you have not streamed Pulling Off the Covers. You all need to stream that and download it from iTunes. I did it today because I was streaming on Apple Music. I said, no, let me purchase this on iTunes as well. Because it's a dope album.
Man, thank you so much. Now back to that versus battle, man. Who can do Dave Cos want some? Do Boney James want some? I don't know, because if they got to pull out their horns, then your catalog can't save you.
Ooh, wait a minute.
I'm from the hood, so we do things different over here. Ooh, you got
What?
so if it's like jazz verses,
Yeah, it need to be a jazz version.
It might be one-sided, boy. I tell
So
you
they need to
that.
put them cigars. You got to put them cigars down and really.
Yeah, the band can't save you. Nothing. Just you and your horn. Ooh,
I would love to see that.
But no, all in fun, man. Like it's always good to chop it up with the music community, and we all brothers. I put them on blast because I don't see no Black Lives Matter. But other than that, they cool with me, man.
Right.
But if you ever want to do a jazz versus, come see me. I'll probably take a month and just work on your stuff, man. I'm a clown, so
because it's live. Because you can't go over there. Got the arthritis, your hand freezing up because you're gonna embarrass yourself. It's thousands.
Yeah, man. Yeah, put some oil on them fingers and come see your boy. I'm here. Holler at your man.
Right. I mean, have you ever thought about getting to like doing stand-up comedy? Because you put on a show, like you could actually do that. You ever thought about trying to do that?
Nah, but a part of total musicianship is being engaging. So
yes,
there's nobody that can read a room like a comic.
Come on.
So Dave Chappelle, you see the genius how he can be telling the story and then he'll drop the punchline, but it's not about the punchline, it's about the timing.
Yes.
And if people are cheering and laughing, let the room calm down before you hit them with another joke. So the timing of a comedian is extremely important to study and watch as an artist, even if you're playing the instrument, because reading the room, feeling what to play, when to play it, when not to play, when to engage, when to go hard, when to let up the steam, when to play something sexy, when to play something up-tempo. It's all a part of the nuances of knowing how to perform. So the timing of comedians are absolutely amazing, that every artist should watch a good comedian and see the relationship between the audience and that comedian and how he's getting his point across, because musicians can learn from that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was hearing something that you was into baseball and that you have to stop, and you said you got upset with your baseball coach, said, hey, you want to be a jazz musician. So
Yeah.
Are you still into, so I see where the sports come through because you've been always into sports since a kid.
Yeah, so my baseball coach, I hit this home run and he's always telling me, to do things correctly. I got to slide, got to do this. And I didn't feel like I needed to slide. So I ran over the catcher and my coach kicked me out the game. And I got mad and told him, well, I don't even want to be a baseball player. I want to be a famous musician one day. And I see him, shout out to Mr. Alston. I love him. I love that man. And, when I saw him last, he said, man, you wasn't lying. He said, you done well for yourself. So yeah, he, sports, his thing was practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Put the proper things into repetition. So from sports parallels music. So yeah, I've learned a lot from, being an athlete in high school.
Yes. Yes. Where are your social media for people to get to know where they can follow you on your Instagram, on your Twitter, your website?
Yo, man, holla at me, Mike_Phillips. That's on the IG, and the fan page on Facebook is Mike Phillips Fan.
Do you got anything coming up? Any upcoming engagements that you have scheduled?
Yo, I'm building the green screen in the crib, and we're about to, do some virtual things. Partner with Nike, do some sneaker giveaways, and then also partner with doing some things for corporate as well. So I like to keep it moving. I might talk to D Nice and take over his page again.
Was dope.
Yeah,
that
so
was nice too.
Yeah, so I want to be, a busy pandemic musician. So I launched something called MVP, which is Mike Virtual Phillips. It's an arm of my brand that will only abide in the virtual space. So everything from corporate Zoom parties to even something as intimate as the homie trying to do something special for his wife, and I get on my joint and do like a 20-minute concert, narrating it, and just for them with videos of them in the background while I'm playing. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm in my pandemic bag right now.
I feel you. That's what I'm talking about. In his pandemic bag. Make sure y'all go stream his album, Mike Phillips. And this
Pulling Off the Covers. So stream, I'm gonna say it 3 times. Stream Pulling Off the Cup. Maybe if like I can put you in the like the with the teacup. Stream Pulling Off the Covers. Stream Pulling Off the Covers. And you don't got to be in the sunken place to stream it. Stream Pulling Off the Covers.
And I'm dropping the link now in the chat, and you can stream it. You click on it, it will take you right there. Because it's very important to support artists because it's great music.
Yeah, we out here just trying to work, you know. Thank God I didn't allow the business to steal my claws. So I'm an alley cat in these streets, just getting it, man. So I'm out here hustling.
Yes. Thank you so much, man, for coming on the Wiley Show. I'm excited. Like your resume is undeniable, man. You put the work in, and you still working.
Man, we still grinding, man. I don't have no inflated sense of self-worth, man. My gift has made room for me, and I've been blessed. But at the end of the day, I still have to grind and hustle, man. So maybe one day I can get like a piano like you got there in the back.
This is green screen.
Oh, shoot. Oh,
it's just the green screen.
I done got hustled with Ecamm Live. You want Ecamm?
No, this on StreamYard. You can just get the green screen and stuff like, yeah.
Oh man, like, see, you out here. I'm thinking you owning the Strat, like a grand piano. Got me all.
I mean, they say you gotta have a vision board, so you know what I really want.
Yo, that green screen caught me out there, son. I was like, yo, man, that's a really nice piano. I was like, why don't you get on there and play it? Just like, I can't. I'll do it later. I'll send you the video of me playing. Yo, I'm like, dude, balling. I'm like, yo, he interviewed me. He got a man. I'm like, yo, as soon as I get off, he's like, yo, this dude interviewed me, and he was in a mansion with a piano.
Man, I'm seeking. I'm putting the vision what I want, you know. And I'm not playing the piano. I just want
to hustle my ass off a green screen. Okay. Yo, man. Yo, it was good talking to you, man.
Man, good. I mean, anything come up, I'm down for. I'm gonna promote you. I mean, you have a fan here, man. Thank you.
Thank you for your team. Oh, no doubt, man. And I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, now you too.
All right, one love. Later.
All right, God bless you. All right, y'all. Oh wow, that was lit. That was lit. Yes, a legend, because I never was into jazz, and so they was like, you need to interview Mike Phillips, and I'm like, okay, let me listen to the music, let me study, let me consume what I can consume, and let me do what I got to do. And I'm just consuming it. He's on Tidal, he's on Apple, he's everywhere. So make sure y'all go check him out. He didn't bring his saxophone. He will be back on the Wiley, so we'll get him back and all that good stuff. You know, y'all gotta pay. You know, he ain't gonna be free. Yeah, I gotta donate. Okay, so we can start getting people to play and all that stuff. Wiley, drop the. Give me a second. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just never know who's watching the Wiley Show, and so that opportunity presented ourselves, and we jumped on it. And my base, you know, they know that some people saw him perform at a jazz festival, etc. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm not taking any callers, anybody. We about to go because this interview about that. I want to say thank you to my producers. Thank you to that producer that connected us. Shout out to you. Thank you all for that. And we're going to continue like interviewing people. You're going to be shocked. You just never know who's going to be on the Wiley Show. Okay. Yes. A legend. Absolutely. You just never know who's going to be on the Wiley Show. That's why it's important to hit that notification bell. Thank you so very much. Okay. This is why it is so important to stay consistent, because you never know where God is going to take you. But if you give up, you just never know. Thank you all so very much. If you missed the video, go and catch the replay. Thank you and bye. Oh, that was fun.